think what's interesting is what they all have in common is wanting to do what's best for the country and what's best for their citizens, and making that strong link between infrastructure investment and quality of life and quality of communities. And I think sometimes that gets lost when we talk about it big picture, $180 billion coming into Canada, and then moving through the provinces down into the communities. And so I found that very inspiring, that making that real link back to the citizens who benefit from the infrastructure. The challenges were pretty clear, I think, for all of our countries, in that there's a big appetite to build sustainable communities, to weather the storms that are coming up. But how do you go about it in the most effective and efficient way? And no one has, I think, the silver bullet on it yet. The UK's redoing how their approach to P3s. We saw today that many of the Canadian firms did a really good job, and they were being recognized at the P3 America's Awards. So there's lots of best practices that we can all learn from and keep innovating and keep trying new things. So I think those are some of the things they had in common, and a little few differences. We represent 20,000 member firms across Canada through 63 partner associations, and our members are consistently talking about how risk is being downloaded to them, or too much of the risk is being downloaded to them. And that's true in P3s, but that's true of other contracts as well. And the contractors want to do a great job. They want to do a good job for the owners. They also want to innovate. When it's a low-cost bid situation, it's really hard to do all those things, to do an outstanding job, to do something innovative that could benefit the project for years to come. Investor confidence is a theme that we've been talking about for almost 2 years now, and a great example is the pipeline, where the firm believed it went through all the processes. They did go through all the processes that they were supposed to, and then things changed, and so they were left with a project that really wasn't attractive to them anymore. And of course, the government came in. So we've been advocating very strongly for the pipeline, that the parties come to an agreement and move it forward, because that does restore investor confidence. We have been at a tax disadvantage relative to the U.S., and so the more that Canada is an attractive place to invest, and it's predictable, that's good for investors to come to Canada. Depends which people you talk to. Certainly the governments all understand that economic benefit of investing in infrastructure and how it's good for Canada. Does the person on the street make that connection? I'm not sure, and that's another initiative we have, is repositioning the image to be an employer of choice. We have a workforce shortage, and we've been working really hard to attract let's call them non-traditional workers, so trying to get more women into the industry, and Mandy spoke about that at her panel as well, Indigenous, youth at risk. And so that's something else we're looking at, is how can we show all the exciting careers that are there, whether it's in the trades, the carpenters, electricians, but also some of the new work like drone pilots and things that people don't necessarily think about with construction, all the big data that's there, and the innovation that's required, R&D. So it's a very diverse and exciting industry, and that construction day will help to profile what a great industry it is.